Pisco's a snarker. Pisco's saying sped because he watches Kuihman all day.
I don't know if it's intentionally targeted because I'm a woman. I just think that it's offensive to me as a woman, you know?
Okay. The fact Kuihman doesn't see the issue of sending an Indian person a severed cow head indicates how in the head he is.
It's gore. You're sending me gore. And like...
So there's been huge drama on X.com, formerly Twitter, in the past 24 hours or so, guys. Huge amounts of fighting, huge amounts of... Everyone's at each other's throat, okay? Old characters showing back up. So I thought I'd cover it. So this story, guys, this starts, and we're going to jump back and forth in time a little bit here to get some context, to figure out exactly what's happening. Let's have some build-up, okay? We're going to build something here. So Wick says, 3 days ago, stop listening to people who are always wrong, in response to Hassan Piker on how the Democrats are messing this up. So just crying about Hassan, as always. As all dramas start now, guys, some absolute low-life wretch was crying about Hassan on social media. And then Substance, quote tweets, and it's a good thing no one listens to you. And obviously, for those who don't know, Substance is a clipper. He runs a clipping account. Wick says here, by the way, this guy is one of those always wrong people who harassed at tweets from that's Stardust, by sending her pictures of a dead cow head. He's trash. That sounds quite haunting. Sending Stardust pictures of a dead cow's head. That sounds quite haunting. That sounds terrifying. Sounds scary. How'd she survive that? And then Wick, in another instance, is quote tweeting this clip of Destiny. So let's see this quickly.
Do you really make considerable money for each regular stream if it's worth skipping events for grinding streams? It's not worth it to skip. Wait, no, yes. The only money that I make right now is from streaming on Kick. So when I do events, it costs me a considerable amount of money, yes. And then I'm getting squeezed from way too many places right now with zero external support, so because I don't have YouTube money. The Kick stuff doesn't pay out as well as it used to. And then between court costs and then taking time off to travel and do events or whatever, it's a lot. It's a big old squeeze.
An important lesson here. Never even hint that you're suffering online. The most vile people imaginable will gloat and celebrate. Why would you not gloat and celebrate over some absolute pervert being drained of money because he did something disgusting and perverted? The most vile people imaginable will gloat and celebrate. Gang, read the reply / quotes. I'm a prophet, lol. What might I be referring to there? The most vile people imaginable. If you mean people like you who actively promote and normalize a consent violator who lacks any empathy and impulse control, then I surely agree. Absolute subhuman filth, the whole lot of you, says Substance. Wicked says, you actively harass people you dislike, including sending pictures of dead animals to Indian women. Your boos mean nothing to me. I've seen what you cheer. Is this a Rick and Morty? Is that literally a Rick and Morty reference? Is that not a Rick and Morty line? Am I crazy? Dude, this is a 50-year-old man with a bunch of missing teeth quoting Rick and Morty. It's crazy. So, yeah, just absolutely amazing stuff happening here. So that's the first bit here. And then there's a little bit more fighting here. So basically, there's sort of two parallel fights happening. Well, there's a bunch of different fights, actually. There's a bunch of different fights happening at once over different little issues. There's Wick crying about Hassan. There's Wick talking about Destiny being, drained of money. And there's Stardust crying about progressive victory, team up with Hassan, and for shit-talking people they used to associate with. That's what Stardust's upset about here. So she says, progressive victory. Destiny got your events publicity, mobilized his audience, and put in massive effort for your events, and you act like this? What is this signaling to protect creator partners in the future? Why would anyone want to work with you? Who the hell is running this account? Or just maybe don't be like a wretched pervert who supports a, total pariah state. Maybe don't do that, and you won't get treated like this. You're not on the same team anymore. Hate to break it to these people, but everything is divided now along Israel-Palestine to some extent. Obviously, it's not quite that simple. It's more about Iran and stuff now. But everything's divided along those lines, And you're getting left behind. That is the way lefties in basically all countries in the West are moving, is against, insane intervention. A lot of libs used to be on board with it, but they're actually kind of snapping out of it now and want more focus on international law. And so if you've fallen on the wrong side of that, you just aren't on the same team anymore. So, Destiny isn't a progressive and probably could not work with any serious progressive org ever again because he's a outed sex pest and an Israel supporter. That's just the case. How could you think otherwise? First petty tweets about Brianna, now Destiny. Brianna Wu literally was fired or some shit very unceremoniously and is a total waste of space, just like Destiny. Even if I didn't like either of them, why the fuck would I trust you to turn on people who worked hard for you? Because, as Kilo pointed out in a response tweet to this, Brianna was actually notorious for not working hard for progressive victory, Stardust. There's a level of professionalism you hold, even when you fall out with people, but when you're an organization. This isn't it. Way to sink your reputation as an organization. Really disgusting. Like, she's just spamming out tweets, desperate to get a reply from him, man. It's so funny. And Jstlk comes in. Perhaps they're frustrated that Destiny lied about one of their employees being a sexual predator before being corrected by not sorry that publicly, and provably spread pornography of another former employee without that employee's consent. Perhaps you should shut the fuck up, and since you justified people sending me dead severed animal heads just a few weeks ago, knowing it was racially targeted. You have no leg to stand on, you sick fuck. Encouraging people to say it was me. Encouraging people to threaten me. Last fucking person I should hear any of this from is Jstlk, the guy who tried to fiend after a female associated with men he doesn't like, and who actively manipulated people. What are you fucking saying, you stupid bitch? You stupid histrionic bitch. Crazy, histrionic, psycho bitch. So then she follows it up here, guys. She follows it up here. Why you shouldn't take anything Jstlk says seriously. He continuously justified and defended someone sending me gore of a severed cow head, knowing it was a racist attack. So notice that phrase in it. Gore. Gore, guys. Gore. Knowing it was a racist attack. He said that person should have said the cow was me. Threat? He's desperate for positive female attention and will manipulate to get it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Literally prove it. I'm totally willing to believe this, by the way. I'm totally willing to believe this. I'm totally willing to believe Jstlk manipulated Cherry or whoever, but I would need it shown first. I would need it shown first. But, you know, there's no part of Jstlk's character that makes me think otherwise. No, I don't talk to Jstlk and think this guy could never manipulate a woman by, I don't know, act like a pathetic retard or something. Being like, oh, I need I can't do this alone or some stupid shit like that, he'd say. He desperately needs anti-chafing cream for where his triple chin rubs against his neck and gives him irritation. Yeah, Jstlk's fat. Eats cows, isn't Hindu, not even born in India or even Asia. Mahecking cow gore, and Jstlk, despite being unfunny, generally said the only way the cow gore could be seen as a threat is if you personally identified with a cow. He was calling you a cow, not threatening you. I don't eat cow. You don't think I'm connected to my culture? Okay, bitch. Okay, bitch. Are you really saying I'm not connected to my culture right now? So yeah, that's the recent discussion about this tweet. Okay, that's the recent discussion. So all of this fighting over the substance tweet is preceded by this drama. Okay, this is why it's really a big deal. This is why it really took off. This all started because of a fight Stardust had with Pisco on Wick's stream. Wick did a call-in show called Pisco versus the World that was a result of Pisco fighting with DGG. Okay, we're getting there, guys. But Pisco fighting with DGG over his treatment of Hutch in a recent conversation. He had fought with Hutch over Ethan Klein, and people were upset with the way he treated Hutch. And they were crying that you don't treat lefties this bad, you don't treat lefties this bad, and Destiny was piling in on it. Not to be mistaken for the second conversation I had with Hutch, where Destiny joins midway. Not to be confused with that one. Okay, which I did a moment ago. But it's not that one, it's the one before that. In between those two conversations, this happens. Now, Stardust pretends, okay? Stardust comes in here, acting like she's fucking Mr. Magoo. No idea what the fuck is going on. No idea of the broader context of this drama. No idea that there's been this whole thing, this live and learn proxy war between Destiny and the lefties, where there's a bunch of lefties supporting sort of the idea that Pisco should be more challenging of the liberal narratives, the DGG narratives, and Destiny, on the other side, who's sort of using Hutch as a golem to fight his Zog battles for him on Live and Learn, by going, Pisco's so mean to Hutch on this show. Pisco's so mean to Hutch on this show. On his stream every day. He gets on stream every day, he's like, Pisco's a snarker. Pisco's saying sped because he watches Kuihman all day. Even though I don't think Pisco gives a fuck what I'm saying. That's what Destiny does like the whole time this is going on. And Stardust walks in and pretends she has no fucking idea what's going on. And just starts somehow miraculously, I guess through like divine intervention or something. She's like, or possession. She's being like possessed. Starts just speaking the exact talking points that Destiny's been saying the whole time about Pisco's community and Pisco's interactions. She somehow manages to just walk in and start doing this. So that's what we're going to see here, is this initial fight that kicked off all this complaining about the cowhead tweet. And guys, you may be sat there you know, thinking, or maybe you haven't noticed yet, that you haven't seen the tweet. And we're not going to show the tweet yet, guys. We're not going to show the tweet yet. I am going to show the tweet. I am going to defend the tweet, but I want to give them full runway. I want us to see how they're acting about the tweet before we see the tweet, okay? Because they don't show it here. So let's take a look. Stardust calls in to give a PowerPoint presentation to Pisco about his evil snarker community. Okay, I muted it. Whoops.
Undeaf and let her realize she's in.
Is she gonna wear a banana suit?
I don't know. Oh.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, sorry, give me a
Hey, what up?
second. Give
It's
me
a load
1
of
second here. Let me
nobodies,
just.
all right, it's a load of nobodies.
I'm not going to wear a banana suit.
No banana. The peel.
No banana suit.
Unpeeled or peeled or I don't know. Okay, ignore me. Go ahead.
Just one. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second here, and then I'll just.
We're spinning like a motherfucker right now. Someone said it wasn't relevant, so we're explaining why it's relevant. It's all relevant.
Been a
It's all
while,
relevant.
Stardust. We haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah. Okay. Nope, I did the wrong tab. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay.
We're chilling.
And then
Welcome to tech support.
there's that.
Oh,
And then
Yo.
what up? And then last but not least.
oh I might
Courtney's
have
on
to
the
give you
I
control.
a-
have-
Courtney on the control.
share something. Give me a second.
Courtney stabilized.
Make sure.
It looks like it's working. Looks like it's working.
Oh, it is.
I have a
I need to re-up on
presentation.
Cat.
I have a
One second,
presentation.
one second.
Okay.
Want us to watch stream?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
The
Okay.
Dear Pisco, please presentation. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. All right. So let me just preface this and say
So,
that
guys, dude, dear Pisco, please presentation. Ha 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 ha. Isn't it funny, guys? Isn't it funny? Isn't she so funny? Doing like self-deprecating Indian humor, so funny.
that I want to preface this conversation to say that what I'm about to talk to you about, I'm not sure you're even aware about. It's not an indictment of your character or even your community's
I'm actually
character
gonna rinse my
specifically,
eye
but
now.
it is about
So 2 seconds.
somebody that I was let known that it may be a prominent member of your community. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Okay.
Okay.
And then also, let me just also preface one thing. Over the years, I've been online. I have taken every type of abuse, and rolled with the punches because I just, it's it's part of being online, right? And also, it is part of some of the spaces that I've engaged in the past, right? You can't go into some of these spaces without expecting a certain amount of vitriol and abuse, right? But what I will say is, I do not expect this to come from progressives, and I do not expect them to engage in this type of very specific aggression. So let me break something down for the audience so they understand where I'm coming from, and just in case Pisco and Wick might not understand. Okay, all right. So the cow in Indian culture, I'm sure Pisco is a very educated man. I'm sure he understands this. But most people recognize the cow as being sacred in Hinduism. But beyond that, I'm not a Hindu, right? But beyond that, respect for cows is something that is a foundational pillar of Indian cultural identity. It's part of our psyche, right? Basically, beyond that, it is in rural Indian history, the cow was seen as the backbone of.
So, guys, this is like funny and worth seeing briefly, but especially for this cow bit, we're going to just speed through it a little.
Survival. It provided milk, dung for fuel and fertilizer, labor when plowing, and despite all that, the cow requires very little in return. And then another principle that the cow embodies is one of the most foundational principles of Indian culture, which is ahimsa, or non-injury, non-violence. Right? The cow is the living embodiment of this principle.
Didn't you grow up in the States? Yep. Do you remember when everyone used to go after Frogan for pretending to be like more Arab than she was or whatever, and being like, you're a white girl in California?
They are large, but they don't use that to harm others. So even though I'm not Hindu, an attack on that can be significant to me, right? It's not just Hindu theology; it's like a subcontinental value. So as an Indian Muslim, you are raised in a culture where this animal represents the spirit of the land, right? But anyways, so on Christmas Eve, this person, Mr. Substance here, in response to something that I said on Twitter, responded to me with a severed cow head and severed cow legs. I know that this substance person
Oh no.
posts clips for several other content creators. I don't know those other content creators. I have an immense amount of respect for Pisco. I think he's very educated, very good at what he does, and I think he shares my values. And again, I normally would not even go to anybody about this, but it's not.
So yeah, here we go. This is the meat of this confrontation. If you're, pardon the pun.
Responded to me with a severed cow head and severed cow legs. I know that this substance person posts clips for several other content creators. I don't know those other content creators. I have an immense amount of respect for Pisco. I think he's very educated, very good at what he does.
What other
and I
content
think
creators?
he shares my values.
What other content creators substance clip? Could that maybe explain why you care about this, Stardust? Do you think the other content creators are substance clips? Could that maybe explain why you're bringing this up? Do we think?
And again, I normally would not even go to anybody about this, but it's not just words at this point. It is somebody sent me gore, and that is an escalation of rhetoric. I can give you some of the backstory. I made a joke, a 3-word joke. Incredible rebrand TBH when it was something about Cherry posted about God or whatever. He somebody else quote tweeted me. Then I said I have my own personal conflict with Cherry. Has nothing to do with Destiny or anybody in that space. I was friends with her for years before I was friends with Destiny. I wasn't even really that close with him, to be honest with you. But anyways,
what was the official tweet? I'm sorry, I might have missed that. What was that in response to?
It was in response to Cherry.
So yeah, so this is how it starts, guys. Cherry posts her thing talking about being Christian or whatever, and Stardust like, incredible rebrand, TBH. I think someone comes in and is like, hey, why are you such a nasty cunt? And she's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And Substance is like, oh, you don't give a fuck? Cowhead. That's basically what the argument was. That's basically how it went.
Meanwhile, if you look at Pisco's eyes really closely, you can see, and we notice it all the time. He's thinking Mama said they'd be days like this.
Thank you for the $5, thank you. So, I think now is the time to bring up the tweet. Now is the time to bring up the tweet. Now is the time. Dude, get Emeru off my fucking recommended right now. How do I... Fuck, you can't ignore when you're not signed in. What am I... So let's just have a look.
So you're about to...
Morning.
So we can just go on YouTube. And we can just see butchering. We can just go and see gore, guys. We can go and see gore anywhere on YouTube. Can you believe that? That you can just see gore anywhere on YouTube? You just go and look at gore? You go look at gore?
How about that?
A lot of stretching that rope.
Yeah.
Can you believe this, guys? That you're gonna look at gore? Now, guys, that was, you know, this is like, I wouldn't call this gore, but, you know, there's like some skinned animal there. There's some like muscle visible. There's something happening there. There's something happening there. What did Substance post? What exactly did Substance post that could be so heinous, so offensive, so horrifying as to cause this much distress in Stardust? In fact, we'll show a clip briefly, just to show how much distress Stardust was under.
It's maybe not a physical attack in how you would typically think of it, but it is one. Like, in my opinion, you are now crossing a line where you are no longer doing little, mean comments, being mean to people. You are trying to trigger somebody, you're trying to traumatize somebody. That turns into a physical response. This is a borderline physical attack, okay? I'm going to treat
it's a borderline physical
like it's
attack.
a pretty big deal.
It's like as if you punched them.
That is absolutely the point. It's to disturb them or cause distress. Yeah.
Gilded Poo in chat. Gilded Zoo in chat. Gilded Zoo, who sends people zoophile porn, by the way. Who sends people bestiality porn. Saying, wow, yeah, it's so insane. Hard drive full of bestiality porn. Gilded Zoo, by the way. Stardust employer, by the way. hard drive full of bestiality porn. Yeah, this is the tweet, guys. This is the tweet. That's it. So, she says, boo-hoo, I hurt your sensitive feelings, sad face. And Substance says, sad face with a butchered cow. And this is gore, apparently. This is gore? This is a borderline physical attack. Can you believe that, guys? Can you believe that's how this is being described? How fucking absurd. This is like a new level of absurd. It's like a new level of absurd. It's like you look so retarded. And I hesitate. I'm almost willing to grant it, but I hesitate to grant the idea that it's even a racial attack. Because while it is obviously playing on a racial element, the actual point here is not to attack Stardust's race. She says, boo-hoo, I hurt your sensitive feelings. And then he's like, well, I know something will hurt your feelings. And then, I mean, you could say, like, it's kind of racist. If you drop, like, the N-word, you know, you could say that's a racist attack. But there's a point being made there that isn't like, fuck your race. It's, you're acting like there's nothing you'd be upset about. Yes, there is, you lying bitch. You know, you're acting like you're all tough on the internet. You're not so tough, bitch. School bully, not so tough since being molested, you know. It's that sort of vibe. It's that sort of vibe. That's the point. That's the point. You're acting tough. You're not so tough. That's the point. So I hesitate to even call it a racial attack, but let's see how it goes.
Saying something about like how God is good and all of that, right? And so I was a subtweet. I screenshotted it and I put incredible rebrand TBH. Then somebody quote tweeted that and said because Destiny retweeted that tweet that I'm like helping aid his image or whatever, even though my tweet was literally 3 words, had nothing to do with him. I don't choose who retweets my tweets. You know, I don't have control over that. Anyways, so then I said basically Cherry and I have our own issues prior to any of what you guys are talking about. And I'm allowed to be shitty in public about it if I want to, right? But, you know, I'm using my words, right? This guy says, yes, Starter, you are in fact allowed to be a petty and vile vindictive cunt on main if you want to. Truly brilliant stuff here. I replied, boo-hoo, I hurt your sensitive feelings. The response to that, I feel like, was a huge escalation to go from boo-hoo, I hurt your sensitive feelings to sending me literal...
That's the point. That's literally the point. Dude, that's literally the point. The escalation is the point of the tweet. Like I said, it's school bully, not so tough since being molested. That's the point. That is that is literally the point of the tweet. Is you're acting tough. You're saying something escalatory to someone and acting tough. So let's top what you're doing by one. Let's go one step further.
Severed cow head and cow legs, right? So I'll explain this further, why this is targeted harassment, okay? It is discriminatory selection, right? This wasn't a random, he didn't pick this out of nowhere. It would be one thing if he sent me gore by itself and it wasn't targeted. We would still find that gross, but it wouldn't be this level. This wasn't like a random edgy meme he had laying around. He knew my background. He specifically sought out a mutilated cow, or he had one, and he sent it directly.
He sought out a mutilated cow
me because he knew I was Indian, right?
By mutilated cow, you mean food product. You mean a food product start. I believe you mean a food product.
All he knew. This is not. I didn't offend him on the basis of his God. It was just because I said that I hurt his feelings. I called him sensitive. So this moves from internet beef to being like a calculated, targeted thing against my identity. If he had sent this to anyone else, it would just be gross, right? Because if they didn't have my background, it would just be gross because it's, you know, severed cow head, but there is added cultural. Yeah.
You're saying that the selection of the cow was deliberate based on your identity, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He turned its cultural weaponization. He took a symbol of peace, right? A cultural taboo, basically.
It'd be like sending a black person a picture of a cross on fire, right?
Would be a bit, yeah. Yeah, Wick, it would be a bit like that, wouldn't it, Wick? Yeah, wait, who did that? Yeah, now that you say that, Wick, it does. It would be a bit like that, wouldn't it?
Well, I think it's a little bit worse than that because it's gore, right? It's just gore.
Oh, it's
right?
worse. It's worse because it's gore. Even though, in that instance, it actually is about the black people dying because it's the KKK burning a cross. It is literally about black people getting lynched. This one's worse because it's gore. It's gore, guys. This is gore. This is gore, guys. Dude, what a stupid cunt.
Basically, I think he it's like you're sending what is an image of peace to somebody, but desecrating that, right?
Right.
And then obviously identity dehumanization. He has stepped over the line from going to just a normal conflict back and forth to using my identity, and that is fair game for him now. And it's not just that he's using my identity; he's saying like it's a fair target, and he's basically communicating that like that's what he feels about me, right? How else am I supposed to interpret that, right? How else am I supposed to interpret that when somebody is so mad at me, if somebody is so upset with me that they are willing to completely dehumanize me to the extent that it's not even just my sensibilities as a person of Indian origin, it's my sensibilities as a woman, right? Like what kind of man uses that kind of, it's like this is common tactic, right?
So you think it's targeting you both because of your ethnic background and national background, but also because
I don't
you're a
know.
woman, right?
I don't know if it's intentionally targeted because I'm a woman. I just think that it's offensive to me as a woman, you know?
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm crying,
but,
bro.
you know,
I'm crying.
Just to be clear, who is this person and how is it connected to Pisco specifically?
That I have been told that this person is like a member of his community.
Okay, I'm muting that one. Whoops. Thank you for the $5. Thank you for the $5. That's muted though. Thank you for $5.
And it's just no normal person, and it's like antisocial behavior, you know?
Agreed.
Wait, let's try it back a second.
Like that, you know? Like in all my time online, I have been sent
Conversation with them, the whole to the cross, but also both
stepped over the line. Basically, I think he it's like you're sending what is an image of peace to somebody, but desecrating using my identity and basically communicating mad at me as a person of Indian.
So just to be honest, so you think it's targeting you both because of your ethnic background and national background, but also because
I don't know.
you're a woman, right?
I don't know if it's intentionally targeted because I'm a woman. I just think that it's offensive to me as a woman, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. But you know,
just to be clear, who is this person and how is it connected to Pisco specifically?
That I have been told that this person is like a member of his community. So, and I don't. Yeah.
I want to let you finish your presentation though, but I don't know if you want me to respond yet.
If you think if they're not a member of your community, I'll just like stop here. You know, that's fine. But yeah.
Well, so I'll respond on a few things. First, I do think that that's racist, and I'm sorry that's totally inappropriate. I don't think that should happen.
Liberals throwing the hands.
Totally
Liberals throwing the hands. I think that's racist. I think that's racist.
Certainly one which
liberals throwing the hands. Throw them up, Pisco.
I don't know what.
Throw them up, Pisco. Liberals throwing the hands right now.
The reason there would be for it to be a cow, and it certainly crosses a line. That if that conduct occurred sort of, in any of my spaces, or indeed in my YouTube chat or in my Discord, that would be a bannable offense. It would totally be against the rules.
But not off platform.
So I am really sorry that occurred. Just because you take a view on a controversy, I don't think that it's justified to cross that line where we're getting into kind of more hateful rhetoric. And so
and it wasn't even on that controversy, right? It wasn't even on that controversy. It was about a personal disagreement that I had with somebody, and it was just a 3-word joke, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm not commenting on the joke. Listen, I don't want to talk about the whole drama, like that specific drama is in case and situation is banned in my Discord.
Fair enough, yeah.
recognize that Twitter handle because I do see that person clip things, and I think I follow them because they will like clip either moments of mine or they'll clip people and then like so they're very active.
We
in
ought to say,
clipping,
Hody. Picture's worth 1,000 words. So really, Substance replied with like 997 more words than Stardust used for her jokes. That's insane escalation.
I'm not sure if I've ever had a conversation with that person. I certainly never noticed them in my Discord or if they were there. And
1,000 words, and they're all anti-Indian slurs.
Like I don't know why like this is awful that they would send you that shit, but yeah, no, I don't deny that they're part of my Discord because I just don't know if they are.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. And again, that's why I preface this with saying I don't know if you're even aware of this or even if I'm correct in this knowledge that I've been told, right? So I just wanted to, and I know that you're a good person. I just wanted to like finish, I guess, with
Yeah,
you know, it is I guess also
so
just like it's a violation of norms to send somebody something like that.
So
you know?
This is a great point. So she starts talking about this here. So we'll bring this in. So I was laughing my fucking arse off reading these tweets earlier, man. I woke up and I read these tweets and I was having a proper giggle to myself. Reminder: I didn't view this as something to be worried about. So Jstlk and others insisted that Substance should have said the cow was me. How would any other woman online interpret this? Is a total lie, by the way. Prior, I just thought it was racially targeted in an insult of a really gross nature. And then she follows it up. Guys, with an amazing tweet. Okay. The fact Kuihman doesn't see the issue of sending an Indian person a severed cow head indicates how fucked in the head he is. Sending dead animals, especially desecrated dead animals, is only something crazy people do. This is the tweet, guys. This is the tweet. Literally food waste. Literally, it's a treat. Food in the middle of being processed is a butchered cow. It's not desecrated. It's not mutilated. It's butchered. It's the word you're looking for. Stardust is butchered. Butchery is not gore. We actually AI'd this. I remember when we first covered this. I think the clip's around somewhere. We actually AI'd this. I got AI to tell us whether butchery was the same as gore. And it said definitively, butchery is not the same as gore. And that gore is typically from the result of a injury or accident. Whereas butchery is for the purpose of food. Yeah, you literally can't see anything here. It's just the fucking head and hooves, bro. You can see a tiny bit of muscle or some shit at the end here.
Like in all my time online, I have been sent plenty of things like that, but to get it from somebody who is a progressive, somebody who I have seen tweet things that are like, oh, men who use violence to intimidate women should be condemned. I've seen that guy tweet that, but you're using a violent image to like what are you communicating to me? Am I supposed what am I supposed to get from that? You know? And it's just no normal person, and it's like antisocial behavior, you know?
Agreed, yeah.
And then and then there he said he did this apology, but I don't think the apology's good even, right? Like people were, oh, it's okay because he apologized. I don't think so. I think the apology was terrible. It's self-centric. Like he focuses on how it affected him, how he debased him.
Okay, yeah, so let's read the apology tweet. So Substance actually took this tweet down and apologized at the time, and it wasn't enough for Stardust. I don't know if actually I think
himself, how it was a failure or not failure. It was like lowering his own
well, I think they explain the apology here. Would you keep watching?
Standards.
Yeah, good guy.
Concerned about like his reputational damage than about like the harm he is inflicting on me or anybody of my origin who's looking at that, right? And then it's just he talks about what he did as being depraved, but doesn't even like label what it is, what he exactly did. You sent me an image of gore that was culturally targeted, you know? So yeah. I just feel like, yeah, it's just so that's Yeah, that's basically my presentation. Yeah.
What do you think would have made this an acceptable apology if you would edit it?
I think I think he needs to acknowledge exactly what he did and acknowledge exactly how that
In so
is
many
hard.
terms? It like so
I mean,
I sent you a picture of gore of animals.
I would say I sent you a highly inappropriate, violent image that was targeted based on your ethnic background. I shouldn't have
I
done
think you
that,
said that,
and
right? I do attacking on the basis of your I'm not trying to, like, defend this guy, but I'm just saying
yeah.
in terms of the apology,
I don't think it's specific.
like,
I don't think it's specific
it's not
enough. I think
specific.
he's
Got it.
down.
Okay.
I think he's minimizing it. He's because this is not just attacking me on the basis of my background. I'm used to that, right? If it were just mean comments, whatever, right? But it is escalated to where you are sending me violent images, right? That's a different line, you know. So
So you would have liked to see more specificity, more connection to the harm it caused, and an
yeah,
acknowledgement. But he's using strong rhetoric like disgusting, depraved, debase. You're saying the
it
fact that it's
feels
unconnected.
when it's connected with the fact that it's all about him, the first part of it where it's just about him, it seems like he's apologizing for debasing himself and not demeaning me.
Oh yeah. I see that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see that. I think that it would have been a way better apology if he also included references to how it must have felt for you, as opposed to. I do think an apology necessitates a self look, because what is an apology? An apology is just like an expression of remorse, an expression of
Mhm.
contrition, and so I think that it presupposes self reflection. And it is personal, and so I don't think that the sort of self centered aspect of it is necessarily wrong. But
Mhm.
I do think the failure to tailor it to like the things you must have felt, etc., and how you would
Mhm.
have reacted to it, and why specifically, not just background, also like ethnic, racial background, whatever. I think the failure to have specifics makes it a less than optimal apology. I do think it is an unequivocal apology, but I will agree with you that it's not optimal.
Yeah. So this substance person is in your Discord, and they have like, let me see. They speak a lot in your Discord. There are about
Okay,
3K messages from them. Yeah.
from them. Okay.
I can send you just like the search result.
What
Yeah.
are just so I'm clear, what are we asking Pisco for here?
I would ask that until this person like makes a more decent like apology, that they be outed from the community. I'm not saying forever, but like I don't know, I feel like a week at least, right? For that kind of behavior, right? Like sending somebody violent imagery, that's an escalation. Like any other person would maybe even feel that was a threat, right? Like you feel so negatively about me, so you feel I'm so low that you're justifying using a symbol from my culture towards me in violence, you know? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So here's why. First of all, I think that you're making accurate points about what this attack was. I think it's an attack. I think that the apology is less than optimal. I think that it is racist, and I think that it is totally unacceptable. It crosses the threshold. Here's what I'm concerned about. Um, it's like sort of off, and I think you knew where I'm going with this. It's kind of like off platform behavior. It's not happening in the community, and I'm
Okay, sorry.
concerned that if
Stepped away to grab a coffee.
I set the precedent of fielding anytime like a racist or unjustified thing.
So yeah, Pisco stands with substance. Okay, Pisco, really deep down, you can see it. He stands with substance. He really does.
Happens out in the world between two people that I have to like adjudicate that, and
Mhm.
that it will be sort of
You laugh at it now, but let's say he's
maybe
laughing. He gets in the picture of someone reheating cold tea in the microwave. I don't see a problem with that. Controversial take, maybe. Don't see a problem with that. It's fine to reheat your tea or coffee in the microwave if you want to heat up again. Don't make another one. That's fine.
inundated with those kinds of requests where there's not a clear connection to the conduct that happens in my spaces, and that doing so will open the door to like, oh, they did this, they did that. Well, this was bad for Stardust to critique Cherry. And it just gets into a game of like, well, are we just saying that I have
Kilo, I am pulling you up on this. Kilo, if I have to suffer for this forever, then so do you. Kilo, I did eggs in the microwave the other day, and ... I don't see the issue. Thank you, Kilo. Wow. Thank you, Kilo. Wow, it's almost like everyone spiking the fuck out and saying, oh, you can't cook scrambled eggs in the microwave. You can cook scrambled eggs in the microwave. Actually, you can do that, and it's totally fucking fine. Actually. It's totally fucking fine. Is it great? No. It's not fucking Gordon Ramsay, is it? It's not fucking Gordon Ramsay. Obviously. Obviously. But it's fine.
have to have a rule, or I should enforce a rule that takes any complaint against any person that is even involved on the server. And so I'm asking, like, how do you think I should balance that?
So I think
I have not even microwaved eggs since, I think, before the first time I mentioned it on stream. I think since before the first time I even mentioned this on stream, I have not even, in that time, ever even done it. For a long time. But I will defend it. I will defend it. I will defend it.
It's a bit different when it is let's say,
here's
like,
my character
bad
witness. The
behavior
guy who's taken over a year to get a video out.
or off platform, people being mean versus somebody using
Like,
somebody's
Clay Stylo, he's a busy guy. He's rushed for time. He's rushed for time. This is what busy people have to do. You have to
specific ethnic background, their cultural background, and escalating it to the point of sending violent imagery and sending gore. Sending somebody gore is just antisocial behavior. It just is, right? I'm not asking you.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I'm not asking
Yes,
you
I watch
to
Kilo's 4-hour video on
police
stream.
every single person who says something like mean outside of your Discord. But I do think when it is escalated to the point where they are sending violent imagery to me, and that violent imagery is symbolizing the desecration of a foundational principle to me, or a foundational principle to somebody, like, I do feel like that there should be some sort of consequence there, right? Especially this person is not completely disconnected from you on Twitter. They are posting your clips and they are engaging with other creators, right?
I have no problem condemning this action, calling him out. I'll do it right now. Substance
Mhm.
this is fucked up. You should apologize further and clarify what the damage is. I think that it's really insane that you would do this. I know that you've apologized. I think that you should amend
It's
it.
really not insane.
and
It's
I
really not
totally
a bad tweet at all. There's really, literally, who gives a fuck?
disavow the conduct. I think it's irresponsible. Just so that you're aware, I'm not like in communication with this person to clip from stuff, and so I know that he
Yeah,
clips. That's why
they
I
are,
follow him.
though. They are like one of the highest tiers in your Discord, though, and they do have over
Yeah.
3K messages. Yeah, I sent you a
Okay.
couple of screenshots. Yeah.
So I've, I'm considering what you're going to say. I'm going to talk to my mod team, and we'll see if we think that there's a violation of the rule of our place, and perhaps there is. I'll take a look, and
Mhm.
I'm not going to make a decision right now, as in the stream, but I've definitely heard you. I agree that it's horrible, and we'll take a look in the mod chat, and if I would ask people not to like debate it in the server. We're going to come to the decision we're going to come to. But in general, thank you for bringing it to my attention, and we'll definitely take it under advisement.
Okay, thank you so much. I really
Take
appreciate
it under
it.
advisement, Stardust.
And I hope you have a great rest of the stream.
Liberals are in their
Thank you.
hands.
I
I'm
appreciate you.
listening. Liberals are in their
Yeah, have a good
hands.
one.
Thanks for coming on, Stardust. That was, well, she's on, but not. So I know the Substance guy, not from Discord, right, but from Twitter, and yeah, he's a fuckhead. I don't presume to tell other people what they do with their platforms, though, so not my business. Frankly.
Appreciate it.
Let's bring on the next guy. That's
So that's the Pisco confrontation. But guys, it didn't end there. It did not end there. It did not end there. Because Stardust went to cope about it on her stream alone afterwards, okay? And then she got in a fight with Jstlk about it too. So we got a bit of that to watch.
All good here.
Yeah. Been a good stream so far.
I feel like when it comes to the stuff that I deal with online, I feel like I'm a pretty good sport about it. I feel like I'm a pretty good sport about all of the stuff that I get online. So I don't think I'm asking for a lot. A severed cow head is super fun.
So, you are actually. Yes, you are asking for quite a lot. You're asking someone to accept moderating off-platform behavior in their community, to get into the intricacies of fights that people are having with random Twitter users, determine who's right and who's wrong, and make moderation decisions and adjudications on that. Pisco got shit to do, bro. Pisco got his own stream to run. Pisco don't give a fuck if you're getting sent cowheads. He ain't gonna say that, but that's the reality. That's obviously true. Every content creator is like that. It's totally absurd to pretend that Pisco should be doing something about this.
Up. It's not like they said a slur. And you know, initially when he sent it, I acted like I wasn't bothered by it, right? I was like, well, I'm not even Hindu, but it did bother me. It's a...
So I acted like I wasn't even bothered about it. So let's see that. Let's see that. We had that somewhere. Imagine getting so mad at a comment that you send a pic of a dead cow to someone without checking if they're Hindu first. Rolling eye emoji. So guys, having seen the picture, having now seen most of the confrontations, having seen all of this, can you really believe Stardust is actually, and now having seen how she reacted at the time, having now seen all of this, can you really believe Stardust is actually mad about this tweet? Is she actually mad about this tweet? Is she actually mad about the dead cow thing? Or is this, perhaps, a cynical wedge that she's trying to use in order to play into a greater narrative, in order to play a part in her greater narrative? The evil snarkers are coming after me. The evil snarkers are coming after me. Please help me, Pisco. That's obviously the case. Obviously the case. She doesn't give a fuck about the tweet. She didn't give a fuck when it happened. She didn't give a fuck afterwards. Everything she says about it is totally fucking absurd. You know, where's the tequila thing? Where's the tequila one? Like, listen to her.
Maybe not a physical attack in how you would typically think of it, but it is one. Like, in my opinion, you are now crossing a line where you are no longer doing little, you know, mean comments, being mean to people. You are intentionally, you are trying to trigger somebody, you're trying to traumatize somebody.
Dude.
That turns into a physical response. This is a borderline physical attack, okay? I'm gonna treat it like it's a pretty big deal. That is absolutely the point, is to disturb them or cause distress. Yeah.
So just the most, it is blatantly cynical. It is transparently cynical. And this is the thing, man. Stardust gets away with a lot by being like a beat retarded cunt. But she's a nasty fucking lying bitch too. That's what people don't quite realize. People think that, like, oh, it's no big deal. She's just like some retarded, you know, inoffensive woman. She's just like completely worthless in literally every single way. In any way that you would usually evaluate a woman or a person in society, she's completely worthless and useless to literally everyone around her and just a constant burden. And everyone can't fucking stand her. And that's why no one's ever watched her in the whole fucking 5 years, 10 years she's been trying to stream. Because she's a complete worthless fucking vapid black hole of any redeeming qualities a person can have. But she's not that. She's like fine. She's like nice. She's like nice. She's like nice. But no, she's not actually. She's not. She's not nice and she's not honest. She's actually a disgusting fucking human being. Which is truly the worst part. Because she's willing to use anything. She's willing to use anything bullshit. You just remember, go back to the food shop stuff, man. Go back to the food shop stuff. Food shop's out there talking about one of their fuck kids and Stardust on streams going like, she didn't really say Lolly was her favorite. She meant that it was like her favorite, sweet. She was talking about the sweets. And it's like fucking upset. Like, you think I'm joking, but there's legit a clip that is like almost that. That is like almost that. She's like almost at that point. Where is it? Fuck it. We'll just bring up the classics. Bring up the classics. Where's the classic?
Absolute.
That's like your top is teacher-student things?
Right. So if it's like teacher-student lolicon, right? If it's teacher-student lolicon, then it's like, that's super duper. Yeah.
No, this is not even her saying that this is
What do you mean?
absolute.
Hear out. Just wait a second. Hear out.
Do not believe your ears.
She said that somebody in chat said teacher student, and then she elaborated on that. Though she did say after that, you know,
right? If it's teacher student,
Your top is teacher student things.
right? So if it's like
Okay.
teacher student lolicon, right? If it's teacher student lolicon, then it's like that's super duper. Yeah.
That's super duper. What's
That doesn't mean super duper. She doesn't say super
It
duper.
doesn't mean super duper, guys. It doesn't mean super duper.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean super duper. She doesn't say super duper as it. Bro, this is so fucking clip chimped.
Dude, it's so clip chimped, guys.
That's like your top.
So this is just like a constant pattern. She is just a disgusting, lying sack of shit. More than anything. More than anything. And you can literally do it endlessly. She literally did just go back to the Mr. Girl stuff where she puts up this blur and basically pretends that Mr. Girl got his cock out and stream with her. All of this shit. Right, just go back endlessly. She's just one of the most dishonest, worthless fucking people alive. It's so fucking blatant too. It's so good. There's so many cathartic moments you can watch too. Go back and watch Ethan Ralph stuff. Maybe we'll do that later. But yeah, it's just a truly fucking low life person. Just such a bankrupt intellectually, morally person. So yeah, let's watch some of her cope after the panel.
It is a symbol. It's gore. You're sending me gore. And like to act like even this is not a common pattern online that men use with women when they want women to shut up. When they want women to shut up, they send them gore. So you're sending me gore. You're using an age-old tactic on the internet. And
the gore,
on
guys,
top of
it's
that,
gore.
it's
gore.
targeted
My hecking
based
gore.
on my culture.
My hecking gore.
Like,
my hecking gore.
How am I supposed to feel about that? You know?
We're sending those train videos. No, I'm joking. That's a
Jesus,
joke.
you
That's a
know?
joke. That's a joke. That's a fucking joke. I totally.
You know, I'm not, I know I'm not Hindu, but fuck, you know? It's very disturbing.
Oh, that is a joke. She got muted. She does.
Platform behavior. And it's just like...
Wait. So she's got her sped mods. So backing her
platform
up.
behavior.
I mean, yeah.
I'm glad that Pisco accepted and didn't fight me too hard on that. So, a very real act of hate. It's just violent and like, oh my god, like, it's just violent. Why would you send somebody violence? Send somebody gore, you know? Especially from a progressive. It's so much more upsetting that it's from a progressive. It's just that much more. It's like, it's here, let me show you. It's not just that.
She just sits here rambling, talking about how horrible it was.
This guy literally has a history of posting things like, oh, men who use violence to intimidate women.
So, guys, this is a man using violence to intimidate women. Stardust says, "Boo-hoo, I hurt your feelings," and Substance replies with something that hurts her feelings. That's a man using violence to intimidate women, apparently. That's actually just like Destiny saying that he's going to go and kill anyone that talks about him. That's like the same thing, actually. It's like the exact same thing.
Deserve to be lauded. And it's not like he's not a racist. Wait, I need to actually get back in there and say one more thing. I need to say one more thing. I forgot. I need to add something.
Wow.
There are a couple more things I need to add. Are we gonna act like this?
Okay. I can't sit here and watch through the fucking farming Stardust content. Is excruciating. Okay. I've got more here though. Stardust responds to Jstlk, making fun of her making a big deal out of it. Let's see this.
Felt weird, like some kind of proxy war against the Piscord, or maybe anywhere Substance hangs out. No, it's about like basically
What's it about, Jstlk? You totally know me.
It's about me.
Jstlk totally knows me completely and wonderfully.
This is always a good sign when someone's about to say something about you and you're like, "You don't know me. You don't know me." That's always a great sign. Great start, Stardust.
Knows me so well. Oh my god, Jstlk, tell me what it's about. Tell me what it's about, Jstlk. You know me.
Listen, to me, it's about being friends with Kuihman and how it has drawbacks, okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's totally about Kuihman, not about a psycho on Twitter sending me a fucking cow head. Really?
It's not about the cow head. It's not about the cow head. Let's be told, it's not about the cow head. No one gives a fuck about the cow head. No one seriously believes you give a fuck about this cow head. No one with their head screwed on remotely correctly seriously believes Stardust gives a fuck about this image. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. No one believes you at all. 0 people. Even Pisco knows. I know he pretended he didn't. Even Pisco knows. Pisco knew exactly what was happening there. He knew you were being a DGG mind slave. He knew you were on the plantation. He knew you were there to do the, well, you've got evil snarkers in your community, even if you want to pretend you weren't. Even if you want to pretend you weren't, that's what you were there to do. And everyone can see it. Wick could see it. Pisco could see it. Everyone could see it. That's why Wick brought up the burning crosses thing, even though he's usually on your side.
Really? I don't think about him that often. I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with Kuihman. I saw a fucking severed cow head. I didn't
Dude,
like
it's just
that.
like so hard not
I
to.
think it's a very.
But I know for a fact she desperately begged Nick DeOrio not to hang out with me. She's like, "Oh, look, he's so mean. He's so mean to me and all this shit." And Nick was like, "Oh, people say really bad things about you. People say really bad things about you. You did like loads of streams on Stardust, right?" It's like, dude, so just like transparent. It's like so transparent. It's so funny.
Antisocial thing to do. It's crossing a
So
line.
funny.
I deal with racial insults all day, especially when I get brigaded. I think I roll with it. I think I take it pretty well. I think most people in my position probably wouldn't know how to roll with it like I do. The one line that I have is when a progressive is
I think,
sending me
have I been sent some examples of Stardust rolling with it?
Hello?
Most people probably can't roll with it as well because they're not as short and rotund as she is.
I think I've been sent some thank you for the donut. I think I've been sent some oh wait, yeah, there's this too. If you're someone who justified sending me gore of severed cow heads months ago, I'm not going to take your opinion seriously on whether goyim is a slur.
So we talked about this last time, but has Amanda seen the tape?
I mean, I really don't think that's any of your business, actually.
Okay.
I mean, how many tapes are there of your pussy floating around out there? I could ask you that. How many people have seen your pussy spread out on the internet?
I don't think a lot have, but
Well, I bet a few have, though. You just admitted that a few have.
I mean,
You've taken photos of your pussy, and have you taken photos of your pussy and shared them on the internet?
I have a boyfriend.
You have shared photos of your pussy on the internet, correct, Stardust? Or Nimrata, whatever the fuck your name is. That has happened, right?
To one person.
So people have seen your pussy spread on the internet.
The NSA has all.
No. Let me speak. I don't need any help. You've shown your pussy on there.
It's so based. So, put his fucking hand up to his wife. Let me speak. I don't need no help. He's so cool.
Now, don't try to act holier than thou.
No, I'm not trying to act holier.
Okay, well, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Person.
Okay, I don't believe that. I bet it's at least 10.
Okay, I dress more conservatively than most female conservative streamers.
You spread your pussy online. I don't give a fuck what you dress as.
I mean, I think that my character probably
You spread your pussy online and you send it around to men.
To one person.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know what, chat? Press the number. Chat, in my chat and her chat, press the number of people you think she sent her pussy to. And we'll see if it's 1 and we'll see if it's 100. No, you wanted to go down this line of questioning. Just let's get the number in the chat. I'm just curious as to what they think. The chat is what matters. I'm seeing 10. I'm seeing 1 million, 50,000. Like, I'm seeing all kinds of numbers in here. Stardust. Now, that's their opinion.
How do you flip it on us so fucking easily? Because you don't scare bish.
And then not mine. I didn't say that. I know it's more than 1, though.
It's not.
Yeah, you got what you deserved. Now, what else do you want?
I mean, we could do the free-for-all now if you'd like.
Not really. What is the free-for-all? What is the free-for-all? You gonna tell me how people saw your pussy online? How many that number was? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
No,
What's the free-for-all? If you're gonna
was
tell me, if you're gonna tell me the true number of the number of people who showed and fucking examined your pussy online, then maybe I'll play the free-for-all.
The free-for-all is, I thought we were going to have like we used to with Killstream, where we would have callers come in and they could ask me whatever they wanted, or super chats, things like that.
Well, see, this is my show, not your show.
Yeah, so whatever.
If you tell me the truthful number of how many people saw your pussy spread open, then I will play.
I don't think even the one person has even seen my pussy spread open, right?
We haven't hit the line yet.
You don't think so? Well, that's kind of sad. What the fuck? Not even one person has seen your pussy spread open? That seems kind of like
I don't
it
even
just...
know what spread open means.
You know exactly what it means. Shut the fuck. Spread eagle? What do I need to, you know?
I'm not the type of person that would send like a picture like that. Like, that's, you know.
I think you are. But I mean, that's up to you. I can't prove it, you know. I'm just saying, I think you are.
We can agree to disagree.
Well, I think you are, and I think you opened up this prurient line of questioning, and now you're uncomfortable because I turned the complete fucking table on you. No, you want to be Howard Stern? Bitch, I'm Howard Stern. You're not going to fucking get prurient with me. Okay, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Now, listen, you're going to listen to me. And so you wanted to get nasty. You wanted to get dirty. Let's get nasty. Let's get dirty.
So heat, bro. So fucking heat, dude. So fucking heat. Oh my god, it's so good. Every this whole minute is just so good. From the start of the double chug, bro.
Picture like that. Like, that's, you know.
I think you are. But I mean, that's up to you. I can't prove it, you know. I'm just saying, I think you are.
We can agree to disagree.
Well, I think you are, and I think you opened up this prurient line of questioning, and now you're uncomfortable because I turned the complete fucking table on you. No, you want to be Howard Stern? Bitch, I'm Howard Stern. You're not going to fucking get prurient with me. Okay, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Now, listen, you're going to listen to me.
You're going to listen to me.
And so you wanted to get nasty. You wanted to get dirty. Let's get nasty. Let's get dirty.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so what would you like to ask?
How many times have you spread your fucking nasty pussy flaps online?
I've never done that.
I don't believe that. You've never shown your pussy online. You've never shown your fucking pussy online. You asked about, you know what you asked about? You asked if she had seen the sex tape of the mother of my other child. Do you know who you're talking to? Do you think I was gonna let you off light with the way you talked to the fucking mother of my other child, my wife, who I just got married to the other day? Bitch, you don't know who the fuck you're talking to. How many times have you spread your fucking nasty fucking pussy online?
I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you meant to, but you didn't expect what was coming. Too fucking bad. You should have expected that.
Okay. So I only meant to ask because these are questions that a lot.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. What, you know.
Did you want
what, they paid $3? They paid $3? Is that what they pay for your nasty pussy? Do you read a question and insult me? Fuck you.
Then you should have told
Fuck
me,
you. I'm telling you right now. I already told you before the show I wasn't getting into this. Fuck you. I got the DMs. Are you saying that didn't happen?
I can't ask you one question.
So good, man. So fucking good.
Cow head. Okay, that's just a little bit too far for me. It just is.
But guys,
most people,
she can roll with it, guys. but the cowhead is just too far. She can roll with some pretty crazy stuff online, but that cowhead, that's a step too far. How many times have you spread your nasty fucking pussy flaps? But this, a step too far, guys.
People in my position probably wouldn't know how to roll with it like I do. The one line that I have is when a progressive is sending me a cowhead. Okay, that's just a little bit too far for me. It just is. And yeah, you're gonna send me a cowhead on Christmas Eve on Twitter. Of course, I get presented an opportunity to talk to Pisco about a member of his community. Of course, I'm gonna take that opportunity. Of course. Do I think anything's gonna happen of it? Probably not. Probably not.
Because Kuihman's snarked on basically everybody, and Stardust is just really mad that Kuihman snarked on her until her relationship blew up, okay? And so she's taking that back out on anybody who
totally fine. Yeah, that's totally what it is.
Being one of these people, okay.
That's totally what it is.
Okay,
That's
Jstlk is playing with the truth to annoy her there, clearly.
Beckett and I don't totally have a great relationship as it is currently, even though we're not together anymore. I totally have not gone out on dates. I'm sure he totally has not gone on dates either.
Hasn't Beckett made a little jabbing, snide comments about her on stream?
People will support her because it's like against these.
Ooh, I thought I was a dumb bitch. I thought I was a dumb bitch. Jstlk? I thought I was a dumb bitch. I thought I'm so dull. I'm so boring. I'm such a dumb bitch. Oh, but now I can tie it in. I know enough. I just have barely enough brain power to tie it in and make this a. Is this the Stardust cabal against Kuihman? Is this? Oh my god!
Dude, what is this bitch even yapping about, bruh?
It's a Stardust web of.
Isn't explicitly just because
his brain is so rotted. If he thinks this is all about him and Kuihman, his brain is so rotted. He wishes I thought about him that much. My goodness.
It's about shocking and driving for DGG too.
I've shouted Substance out, and he posts clips from this stream and Kuihman's stream.
Oh boy, conspiracy runs deep, guys.
And obviously,
I don't know.
Like everything, it's about Israel.
Those other content creators, I have a.
Bro, she doesn't even
immense amount of respect for Pisco. I think he's very person. Posts clips for several other content creators. I don't know those other content creators. I
don't know those other.
I don't know them personally. But I do know. I do know Pisco personally, and Pisco is a nice guy. I like him. When a guy drones on and on about what a respectful, non-racist, non-sexist ally he is, he doesn't get to send racist gore to a woman without some sort of backlash. But no, this is all Kuihman. Very true. Very true.
Gore, guys,
So
the gore,
true.
the hecking gore. My hecking gore. Not my hecking gore, no. Like, we'll watch a bit of this Golden Poo thing. Fuck it, man. Let's see what they're saying for a minute.
It is an amazing 1-2. When she says, boo-hoo, I hurt your sensitive feelings. And then she gets quote retweeted by a cowhead. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad.
It's not really bad. Who cares?
But I mean, as a 1-2, it is a bit of a masterstroke.
You know, again...
You can't come back from that.
She could have literally just...
Not cared?
Said, lol, good one, and then moved on.
Yeah, she could have, but that's what I'm saying, right? That's the reason why she's crashing out. It's like a personal disrespect that she's taken from it. I don't think she gives a fuck about any of the actual fucking racism.
If she just said that, if she just said it was personal disrespect, right? I think that would be relatively fair.
Dude,
though.
this Gilded Poo guy literally just wants people to talk to him. It's so pathetic. It's legit so pathetic seeing old ass men online who are just like desperate for people to talk to. It's like so it's like so embarrassing.
Did I die or something? Haven't we already had this exact drama?
Thank you for the dono. Is he drunk right now too, like yesterday on his stream? That would not surprise me. That makes total sense, Jimmy.
And nobody's going to care about personal disrespect, right? You've got to say they're racist.
Yeah, that's true. I did not like the Pisco thing, actually. I was not a fan of that either. Also, I just don't
He was in our chat not saying any of this, by the way. Dude, this guy's so two-faced.
really like Pisco very much, but I kind of felt bad for him a little bit. So
This guy's definitely drunk. This guy's been
'cause I
drinking.
just
You
felt
know
this
this
was
guy's
all
been having some
unnecessary.
fucking
The
beers.
guy's just a shitter. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
am I wrong? Isn't
Okay,
substance
bro,
just a
you're getting too
shitter?
big for your boots.
I mean, he's not even like a shitter content
Show
creator. He's
gilded,
like a Twitter
Rose
clipper.
stream title.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's like, yeah. I don't. Yeah. That,
But
like,
because he, like, the whole reason why she brought it to his attention is because I think substance clips for Kuihman, clips for Jstlk, and then he started to clip for Pisco, and so she decides that she can bring to Pisco's attention to be able to like get him banned. It's like a personal vendetta that she's got, and that's all
I
it
think
is.
it's entirely unnecessary. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing, because I don't know how much else we're going to be able to disagree on. Are you aware that she doesn't credit you by name on her link tree?
Huh?
She's ashamed to say the name Gilded Poo.
Why would I be linked in her link? Wait.
Loner Box Live, Gilded.
Editing clients.
Oh, I didn't know that was.
Just Gilded.
Well,
now, me personally, I would be quite offended if I was paying somebody to do editing work for me, and they wouldn't even quote my full name when they were talking about editing credits. But
I can kind of understand why. You know, poo. You know, like India.
This is who she works for, by the way. This is who she works for, by the way. Stardust. Guys, wait, this needs to... Hello? Am I retarded? Dude, how do I not see this? I'm retarded. How do I not see this? This stupid bitch. Fuck. Where is it, man? Where's her saying she's a fucking Muslim? Where is it? So this evil racist attack against her race, against her ethnicity, against her nationality, against her gender, okay, guys? Against everything she is. Imagine getting so mad at a comment, you see a picture of a dead cow to someone without checking if they're Hindu first. Okay, so it's not irrelevant to her because she's Hindu. Now let's check her employer. Now what does her employer think of Muslims? I searched Gilded Zoo because I call him Gilded Zoo so much because he's a fucking zoophile who has a hard drive full of bestiality porn. But he's not called Gilded Zoo. He's called Gilded Poo.
So you saw the thumbnail from Hearts, mood out, bad get into in a little bit, but more importantly than that, the moral post is fucking weird, especially when he's talking about, more importantly than that, the moral posting is a little weird, especially when he's talking about predators. And the reason that's really fucking weird is because Mudahar is a fucking Muslim. One of the core tenets of being Muslim is you have to venerate Muhammad. Muhammad is the prophet that, how do I put this? Married a 6-year-old and then waited until she was around 9 or 10 years old to fuck her, aka consummating the marriage.
Oh, interesting. So, but Stardust so offended by that substance tweet, but she will work for a guy who made a video going after Mutahar, saying, you can't dare virtue signal about pedophiles because you're a Muslim. And all Muslims venerate the Prophet Muhammad, and as such, can never have an issue with pedophilia. You can never complain about pedophilia because you're a Muslim. And she works for that guy. But the severed cowhead tweet, that's too far. That's too far, guys. That's too far. That's way too far. What a dishonest fucking cunt. What a dishonest, wretched cunt. What an obviously dishonest fucking cunt. How transparent can it be? How blatant can it be? So, how did I not see that before, dude? And it's obvious too. It's just so obvious. She actually doesn't care if someone shit talks Muslims. Because, and here's going to be some psychology, some schizo analysis here. Stardust psychology is very easy to read. She does feel quite defensive being Indian, but she hates Muslims. She's an ex-Muslim who hates Muslims and hates Muslim attitudes because of her interactions with it and because of the negative experiences she's had in her life. Like many ex-fundamentalist Christians turn to hate Christianity, turn to run to the other side. She hates Muslims, and she actually likes when people degrade Muslims. She's actually a fan of that. That's why she's so zogged out too. That's why she's such an Israel dick rider. She actually likes seeing Muslims get bombed. She actually thinks that's good. That's why she was immediately defensive of the Iranian stuff. That's why she's on Loner Box's team and everything. It's because she falls on that side. That's why she dick rides Brianna Wu. It's because she falls on that side. Because she is one of these dipshit liberal fascists who has this specific experience with being Muslim that has made her this way. And she wishes she could just be white and think about bombing Muslims all the time. Talk about bombing Muslims. That it's so transparent. It's so fucking obvious. And she just gets insecure about the India part because she doesn't hate that. She gets insecure and defensive about it. And you see it all the time. She posts about being insecure about being Indian. Feel like she doesn't fit in anywhere because the Muslims hate her and the Hindus hate her. Hindus hate her because she used to be Muslim, and the Muslims hate her because she used to be Muslim. It's so transparent. It's so obvious. And she works for this guy. And that just ties it all together. That just ties it all together. It's so obvious. It's just so transparent.
In other words, the Prophet Muhammad...
I can't, okay.
I could possibly get that. Yeah. Do you not find that like a significant point of disrespect? Like, I'm basically saying, are you prepared to dock like half of the wages going on?
Nah,
I including half of your name there.
Yeah, no, I don't have an issue with that. I don't care. Like, to be fair, also it's probably my fault because I did literally, after she made the video, after she finished one of my videos, I said something to the effect of, well, this is a match made in heaven, you know, an Indian editing a video for a poo, or something like that. I don't remember what I said. And I think she got annoyed. I think she got annoyed by that.
Abused. She's getting racist attacks even in the DMs of the client that she's working for.
No, this wasn't in DMs.
You've got to be paying her fucking crazy amounts. Like,
no, this was in the chat of some stream.
Fucking market rate, surely.
No, this was just in the chat of a stream. This was not in DMs. It was worse.
Okay, so you're publicly attacking her. You're racially attacking her publicly.
Well, it's different when I do it because I'm actually being, you know, I'm being silly, right? So it's different. Okay, I'm not actually, you know, legitimately going out there, I don't know, sending her weird screwed up stuff. But yeah, just typing gilded. Like I personally don't care that much, but I can see why she would do it. Secondly, she's only edited like one video of mine so far, out of. I've only been hiring editors or commissioning editors very recently, so I've been kind of shopping around. So I paid her, and then I went to somebody else, and now I got a third person lined up that I'm going to go to them. And so I haven't. How do I put this? I haven't.
Right. So she's not an editor on the channel. She just did it like one time, and then you moved on to somebody else.
So far, yes.
That's fair. I mean, I've seen the Loner Box edit, so I can understand why you'd want to pick somebody else. I get it.
There's nothing to do with that. But I don't even know who the fuck Loner Box is, actually. So, like, whatever.
Yeah. If you don't like Pisco, I don't know if you'd like Loner Box. Are you generally a big fan of the Scott?
I'm gonna be real. If Stardust is half the employee that she is boss, then I guarantee she is absolutely fucking atrocious. Real ones will remember exactly what that's a reference to.